What if it were possible to be free from every negative thing in your past that keeps you from moving forward? What if you could live out your dreams and walk in your God-given destiny? What if you could know why you were put here on this earth and live it out with freedom and passion? I believe that is possible. In fact, I believe anyone who feels chained or tormented by their past can walk in victory and love, being guided by the Triple Crown transformation. The Triple Crown transformation is going from no longer being paralyzed by your past, see the crown, to learning who you are in God, wear the crown, to learning who God is in you, be the crown. It is something I have discovered based on my own life experiences. Growing up as a PK, a pastor's kid, and my parents' divorce. Becoming pregnant at 18 and being kicked out of the house by my mom and dumped by my boyfriend. Having a child with bone cancer at age 3, resulting in her left leg being amputated and going through 9 months of chemotherapy. That same daughter, at age 15, taking her dad's car and driving it from Wisconsin to Kansas as a runaway. My oldest son getting into some trouble at 15, causing him to be locked up in the county juvenile detention facility for 6 months waiting for a trial, having the county make an example of him by sending him to the state juvenile correctional facility against multiple recommendations for counseling, taking a 2-hour drive every week for the next 2 years to go behind a barbed wire fence with lots of security for a visit with my son, and then driving 2 hours back home. My husband having quadruple bypass surgery at the age of 48, being falsely accused of something by my pastor and being told I am no longer welcome to come to that church. Dealing with the heart damage that happened to my daughter from one of the chemo drugs. As a result, she dealt with some extreme health issues, facing a 50% chance of surviving labor and delivery of her child, having open heart surgery to repair a valve, being too sick to be put on the heart transplant list, so having surgery to put in a heart pump to keep it going, having a stroke that greatly limited her mobility, especially with only one leg, having a bizarre incident that caused emergency surgery to have the pump removed, being revived by EMTs from her heart stopping, sudden cardiac death, recovering from septicemia, blood poisoning, with only a 20% survival rate. Why am I telling you all of this? Because it is important for you to know the Triple Crown transformation is not something I made up, but something I have learned through some pretty rough stuff. I have learned how to break free of the negative things in my past that kept me from going forward. I have learned how God's perfect love casts out all fear to be able to live in peace and victory despite the storms and hurricanes the enemy stirs up in my life. I have learned not to let my failures or my circumstances become my identity. I have learned how to allow the Holy Spirit who lives inside of me be a guide to help me stay on course to live out my God-given purpose and destiny. And if I can learn these things, you can too.